Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rambling RunOff. I am your host, Robert Rios, here to give you the sports news I think you need to hear. And of course, with me, as always, is my co-host, Senor Danny Tan. Danny, say what's up to the people.
What's good, everyone? How's everyone's new year rolling? Second or third week of January already.
I know, we're halfway through the month, my guy.
Insane.
Yeah, I know, right? Time is flying by. We will blink, and we will be in 2025 already. That's how fast it's gonna move. But yes, we got a lot of sports news to unpack in today's episode, as always. And our first topic, we're gonna be going over the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend that just took place, and we're gonna attempt to preview the divisional round. Attempt as in we don't know what's going to happen. It's been such a hectic weekend in football, so stick around for that. We're going to go into the NBA, of course, as always, as well. Go over the news, some of the past games. Danny's going to give us some of his hot takes and opinions, and we're going to try not to kill each other. Then in the warm-up, we're going to take it a little bit chill and talk some golf. I'll give a little bit of the backstory in that a little bit later. And of course, in the rundown, we're going to be talking a bunch of other sports. So please stick around for that. And as we move on here, Danny, of course, I always got to ask you, what's going on? What's popping in the streets? How have you been?
I've been good. I've been, in the past couple weeks and the past couple episodes, I've been obsessing over golf equipment. I've been looking into a new set of irons. I just purchased a new set of irons. If anyone's interested, they are the Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons. I got 4 through Pitching Wedge, so they're on order. Got a deal on them, so they'll come in soon. I bought 2 other golf clubs. I bought a Cobra LTDX 3-wood and a Mizuno STZ 230 hybrid, 4 hybrid. And it just came in today, and I am excited to use it. So, a bunch of golf stuff. Other than that, been back in the groove at work. Nothing much going on. Celebrated my girlfriend's birthday. Shout out to my girl last weekend. And that was
Happy
really
birthday.
fun. Happy birthday. But yeah, Robert, that's all I got going on. What's going on with you?
I mean, nothing much. Just, as like how you said, work, and then just trying to post these NFL polls and whatnot. It's a little stressful because it's a lot, but it's okay. It's all good in the hood. So many games. No, yeah, it is a lot of games. And then they had the Pittsburgh and the Bills game get postponed because it started snowing.
Yeah,
I got to the point that you had to ask people to come in.
I was about to say, yeah, they paid fans to shovel out the stadium. Crazy.
Hey, $20 is pretty good, bro. I mean, it was freezing cold, but there was a guy shirtless, so...
Dude, I saw that. Dude, he was using his shirt.
That's why he was trying to push the snow down, that's why.
Insane.
On the slide. Hey, but those people are, used to it, so I wouldn't be surprised if, that he had, no issue doing any of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just been trying to get this podcast off the ground and see where we go. And also... quick shout out to Bryant from News Across the Galaxy for the shout out on the show the other day. Thank you for that.
And thank you so much.
Shout out to Mike Gray and Edgar Zuniga and Eddie as well for answering my question on their podcast as well.
Damn,
really
thanks,
appreciate
guys.
it. Yeah, and
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for that so much. But I was listening to the podcast the other day and I was like, oh, let me send them a question, and he shouted us out.
Shout out.
But I mean, that's all I just been doing. But I don't know. Have you read any good books? Have you seen any movies? Anything like that, Danny?
I have not read any books recently that are not technical procedures as of the sort. But I did watch a really good movie. I watched Iron Claw. Have you heard of that movie?
Is it the wrestling movie?
Yep, that's the wrestling movie about the
Sir, we have a sports podcast.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the movie A24, Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, great movie. Really touching movie. A bit on the sadder side. No spoilers though, but definitely go out and see it if you have any interest at all. It's a great movie.
Oh no, yeah, dude. I mean, I'll be as blunt as possible, but it's a tragic story. But if
Yeah,
you love
please
wrestling,
don't spoil it, bro.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, I like wrestling, so I know of
Yeah,
that story.
I
It's
know you
based
know
off
the story.
of a real events in real life, everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just a
but
quick
yeah.
synopsis. It follows the Von Elric family, who are a world famous family of wrestlers. You kind of start with the dad, and then you see the whole family grow up and how they develop into adults. And yeah, and the whole family gets into wrestling, and there's a little bit of a sadness and tragedy in there, but that's a great movie. Just go watch it,
Oh no, yeah, I want to go see it. It looks pretty good, and I heard Zac Efron is amazing in it.
dude. His
One of his
body
best
transformation
performances.
is insane. There,
No, yeah,
no,
dude,
this is
they were
not a
ripped.
spoiler, but there's an opening scene where you see like him. It's basically him, getting up, getting out of bed, and I was shocked. I was like, holy shit! I thought he transformed his body for Baywatch. Nah, 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 nah. It is crazy. I cannot imagine the shit that he went through to build his body out like this. It's insane.
No, yeah, dude. Have you not seen the trailer, dude? He would look like that like for months.
Yeah, yeah, it's just shocking on the big screen. You guys just gotta see it. You gotta see
No,
it.
yeah,
When you
yeah,
see
yeah.
it, like have it that big, it's crazy. You gotta see it, man.
Yeah, go check it out. It's a touching story, okay, guys. So
Yep.
be
Yeah,
prepared.
not a sponsor. Go see it though.
I wish. But anyways,
I wish too.
I think they're getting tired of us rambling and yapping here. You ready to get this potty waddy started?
Yeah, let's hop into it.
Alrighty, guys. For our first topic, as I mentioned in the intro, we've been talking about the NFL playoffs. But first, we're gonna go over some housekeeping of some news that's been happening in the past week or so. After 14 seasons, 10 playoff appearances, and the franchise's lone Super Bowl championship, head coach Pete Carroll is now out at the Seattle Seahawks position. According to a radio show he was on, he went into a meeting. Usually they have these meetings with all the coaches to see what went wrong, what went good. And it seems as though whoever he was speaking to was not taking what he was singing in consideration, that they did miss the playoffs. And they might have just been tired of him, if anything else, is what I kind of read through the lines. And yeah, he is out at Seattle. Also in the news, Bill Belichick is no longer serving as New England Patriots head coach after a remarkable 24 seasons, saying this past Thursday, or last week I should say, that we are going to move on, while also looking back fondly at his unmatched run in NFL history that included 6 Super Bowl titles, and all of those had Mr. Tom Brady at the helm. So we'll see where he goes. As of this recording, the Atlanta Falcons openly announced on X, aka Twitter, that he did interview for the job. People are starting to rumble around that he may want to try to get the Cowboys job, but we will have to wait and see. And also, Jason Kelsey, center for the Philadelphia Eagles, announced after his game this past weekend, or Monday I should say, that he will be retiring from professional football. He's been in the league for a while now, so congrats to him, and looking forward, and hopefully he has a great retirement. So with
the better
that,
Kelsey brother.
bruh, you did not just say. All right, anyways,
dude,
in
wait,
other
how's he gonna retire when the Eagles are in the playoffs?
no, they lost.
Wait, what?
Bro, it's not basketball. You play
They're
one
out?
game, you're done. Yeah.
Oh, what?
What? After
My
2
bad, my
years of
bad, my
doing
bad.
it? Hey, what the fuck? Anyways, all right, that's gonna be a clip somewhere, low key.
Okay, my bad. No, wait, I swear, I thought
Yeah, they
they're still in.
lost.
Oh, I thought they were facing the Packers.
No, what the fuck? They played the Bucks last night.
Oh
And
shit!
they
Oh
got
my bad.
pummeled.
Oh
Bro,
my
you're
bad. You're
tripping.
right. Oh shit, my bad. For the
Yeah,
wild
you're
card.
tripping.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
This ain't basketball. Unfortunately, this is not a best of 3 series, sir.
I know. Oh damn. Okay, that's my
Anyways,
fault. My fault, Joe.
we'll get to that in a bit. Now moving on. This past weekend we had Super Wild Card weekend. Saturday, Sunday, and for some reason Monday. We had the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans opening up the weekend of games. The Houston Texans beat the Cleveland Browns 45-14. On our polls, I had the Browns making it to the Super Bowl. If you catch that joke, you catch my drift. Unfortunately, the Browns laid a fat. The Browns did go to the Super Bowl, but they laid a big fat one on the field with that 45-14 scoreline. Between the quarterback battle, we had C.J. Stroud and Joe Flacco. Stroud went 16-21, 274 yards, 3 TDs, and a quarterback rating of 157.2. His counterpart, Mr. Joe Flacco, also laid a big fat dump in the field. Joe Flacco threw pick sixes on back-to-back possessions in the third quarter as they were trying to reach back and come back into the game, which is just a terrible timing for him, considering that, they clawed their way into the playoffs. And I think a lot of people, like myself, believed in them, but it was just not going to happen. Flacco went 34 of 46, 307 yards, the 1 TD, and the 2 interceptions. And, of course, he had the back-to-back pick sixes. I was able to see one of the highlights, and, he was getting bumped and bothered in the pocket, and from his back foot, and I don't even think he even threw it with his elbow, really. Threw up the ball and right at the DB, at the linebacker. And
was he trying to just ground the ball?
I have no idea, bro. It was kind of an awkward-looking throw, if I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what the hell he was thinking, what was going through his head. But congrats to C.J. Stroud. He is the first rookie quarterback to win a playoff game in 15 years. What's crazier is that a lot of the Atlanta Falcon fans could have had him as their quarterback, but apparently their front office did not believe in the man. Damn. And now and also look at the Texans. They got rid of their former bozo quarterback, and they were able to get C.J. Stroud. So I think it worked out in the end. But moving on, we also had the Miami Dolphins go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs were victorious 26-7. I thought the Miami Dolphins were going to win this game as well, but they also did not swim too far in that Kansas City cold, if you catch my drift. Yeah. Quarterback battle.
Used to the warm sun, man.
I know, the warm sun, the warm humid air, more like that. But this was the more frigid cold. You had to be bundled up with beanies, socks, and jackets. Damn. But Tua Tagovailoa.
They should have given him like a 3-point advantage, man. I mean, that's crazy. The weather it's just a disadvantage on its own.
Nah, it'd be like that sometimes. It's the cold weather teams you gotta watch out for. Yeah. Tua Tagovailoa went 20 of 39, 199 yards, 1 TD, and 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, 23 of 41, 262 yards, and 1 touchdown. The one lone touchdown of the game. But luckily, the Chiefs have a really good kicker, Harrison Butker. He kicked 4 field goals in this game. I didn't really see much of this game, if I'm going to be honest with you. But just the fact that they were only able to get the 1 touchdown for Miami, it's kind of a shocker. I thought Miami had like a really good season this year. They were one of the top teams in the AFC. And then, they kind of just, didn't produce in this game. Who knows? Maybe you're right. It might have been the weather. Maybe
that's a huge component.
It might be, but it just depends. I think it just depends on like if you're a team that depends on the weather, which I think is a kryptonite. But I don't think that was the case here, because I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me, considering the Dolphins play like all the East Coast teams where it snows and it's cold all the time. So, yeah. I
don't think it's the only reason, but I think it's a huge reason why they definitely lost this game.
Okay. Moving on to the next game that we had on Sunday. We had the Green Bay Packers facing the Dallas Cowboys. The Packers victorious with a 48-32 scoreline. Jordan Love, their QB, went 16 of 21, 272 yards, and had 3 touchdowns. On the other side, Dak Prescott went 41 of 60, 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. This was a back-and-forth affair, as you can see by the scoreline and these stats that I just read you. Also in the scoreline, we had Aaron Jones, 21 carries, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So, the Cowboys threw the kitchen sink at this one, I believe, but I think the Packers just had a way better defense, and the Dallas Cowboys just couldn't get it done. But also, I think Dak was just not having it that day. He was quoted in his press conference by saying, "You know what? It wasn't good," and he said, "I sucked." I mean, sometimes it's just like that. The ball don't bounce your way, you know. And I mean, it might have just been that, but people were asking me like, "Hey, what do you think about the Cowboys?" I was like, "Well, the Cowboys historically have been inconsistent, you know, in the playoffs, but if they were gonna do it, if they were gonna win the Super Bowl or make a run, it had to be this year. It had to be right now." And you know, Jerry Jones, he possibly ripped them a new one in the locker room because, I mean, they had everything going for them. The Eagles collapsed. They won the division. They finished pretty high, I believe, off the top of my head. And yeah, they had a pretty good record. And it was like, damn, like you guys couldn't do it now, but against a 7th seed Green Bay Packers, like damn, like it'd be like that sometimes. I don't know. What do you think, Danny?
I mean, I watched a couple of clips and stuff, and Dak Prescott, he threw got a lot of completions, but they just were too short, and yeah, they just didn't convert into a good offensive drive. It's just what it is, like you said. I mean, the Packers just had a better offense. I think the Cowboys defense failed them, because it wasn't like Jordan Love just threw the ball and every completion advanced them far enough so that they were in touchdown zone. No, they had good run game. He had so much time in the pocket. I think the Cowboys defensive line just didn't push hard enough.
No, yeah. I don't know. It just they might have squandered their chance here, low key.
Yep, for sure.
Because I don't know. I don't know what else they could have done. They had everything going for them, and it just fell from under their feet. But moving on now, in another important matchup, we had the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Detroit to face the Lions, and another nail biter of a doozy. The Lions were victorious 24-3. Matthew Stafford, 25 of 36, 367 yards and 2 touchdowns. Across the field, we had Jared Goff, 22 of 27, 277 yards, 1 touchdown reception. For the receiving corps for the Rams, they had this guy, Puka Nakua. I believe that's how you pronounce it. 9 receptions, 181 yards, 1 TD. And I have to mention his name because he was a nobody before this season. But he has now broke the rookie reception record of 105, broke the rookie receiving yards recorded, 1,486, broke the rookie receiving yards in a playoff game with 181, and to knock it off, 8 100-plus receiving yard games. So yeah, he certainly put a name out there for himself. So congratulations to you, young man. But overall, I think this game was also somewhat back and forth. And yeah, I mean, Matthew Stafford coming back to where he was quintessentially born and raised in the NFL. I mean, he leaves, he wins a Super Bowl, and he gets booed. I mean, I think it's better that, I mean, not that you should get booed, but I think it'd be weird if he walked right into there to his old stomping grounds and everyone did nothing. Right, Danny?
Yeah,
Hello?
I mean,
Are you there?
I think we saw on social media that matchup was going to be pretty hyped up. Matthew Stafford coming back. I think the meme was the villain from Kung Fu Panda. But yeah, I mean, anytime like LeBron, when he came to LA, won the chip. Playing Cleveland again. At first he got booed. Now on occasion he gets applauded when he comes back home. So it's just what happens, man. Everyone's got to remember, man. If you're playing as an athlete in these sports, it's a business, you know.
No, yeah, it'd be like that. But yeah, I mean, I wanted the Lions to win. I don't know why. I was thinking the Rams. I'm like, no, the fuck. I'm like, let's go Lions, bro. My old middle school.
Damn,
mascot.
you like the Rams? Damn, you're not LA like
No.
that?
No, I'm not LA like that. Cause I had an NFL team before we had an NFL team here.
Damn,
So
I know.
skedaddle.
Yeah, where are your Saints at now?
Hey, yo, chill.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
Hey, yo,
Damn.
chill. Hey, where you at in your fantasy league, bro? Last place?
Well, I actually, as an update, I ended up being 6th place in my fantasy. So
Out of 6?
6 out of 8.
All right. At least you weren't dead last.
Yeah, I was not dead last.
Moving on now, the dead last games that we had for the week. Monday, we had the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. Final score was Bills 31, Steelers 17. It was close for a bit, but early in the fourth quarter, the Bills scored a touchdown to get away from the Steelers, who were clawing their way back into the matchup. But it was a little too late at the time. Jared Allen went 21 of 30, 203 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Mason Rudolph, 22 of 39, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I was able to watch most of this game. I thought the Bills had it in the bag for the most part. The Steelers were able to get a touchdown before the half to make it somewhat of a competition. But the Bills struggled to score in the third, able to score in the fourth quarter to somewhat ice the game and chill off the Steelers' momentum, for literally chill off. Considering the degrees, it was like 4 degrees out there, and as we mentioned, they asked volunteers to come and shovel snow on Saturday or Friday. They were gonna pay them like $20, and they were giving them food and breaks and whatnot. But they ended up putting an emergency call in the area, so the game got moved to Monday, which I think was better because you had 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, then you had 2 games on Monday. So it was like, all right, cool. Now you get, enough, not too much football each day. So I think it evened out. But you literally see. Oh, the weird part, Danny, was when they did come on that Sunday, Monday to shovel, they were told to only shovel out the walkways.
Yeah, because that's like all they could afford. If you're gonna pay everyone to shovel up everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna take the whole day, and you paid everyone for the whole day, and it's gonna snow on top of it anyway. I think they were just expecting everyone to go to their seat, shovel it themselves.
Oh no, people were dead ass shoveling the snow with their hands.
Yeah.
And I think they had shovels on hand.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a lot of shovels, but there was people moving shoveling snow around. But it was pretty cool. I mean, when they scored touchdowns, people were throwing snow into the air, and whenever the Steelers were trying to score a touchdown, the Buffalo fans were throwing snowballs during the plays. I was like, damn, trying to get kicked out of the stadium. But and then finally, for our last game that we had for Wild Card Weekend, we had the Eagles and the Bucks, and through the half, it was pretty even matchup, and then I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter. It's like the Eagles just went offline. I thought they were really gonna give it to them and show them like, hey, now we're the more experienced team. And nope, Tampa Bay 32, the Eagles 9. Jalen Hurts 25 of 35, 250 yards, 1 touchdown. Baker Mayfield 22 of 36, 337 yards, 3 TDs. The Eagles really disappointed me, honestly. They went 10-1 in like the first 12, 13 weeks of the season, and they just fell apart. I think they lost five of their last 6 games. It's like, guys, like, what happened here? Like,
I think they disappointed a lot of people, man.
I don't know. I don't have anything to explain for this. Like, it's a weird anomaly now. But it is what it is.
It's the Philadelphia curse, man.
I guess, but they've already won everything. Like, there's no more curse. Like, what? Do you even know what curse that is? Do you know what you speak of?
Well, it's the curse. It's the same curse that afflicts Atlanta. You have professional teams that always go up to the edge, championship, and never win the chip.
I think it is Philly.
Yeah, it's Philly and Atlanta.
No, there's a real curse.
What?
Are you digging around? Do you not know there's a real Philly curse?
Oh no, go ahead, explain it to me.
So I think it is Philly. Basically, there is like a building and like downtown or something.
Yeah.
And there's like a statue of like Thomas Jefferson all the way at the top.
Oh, what the fuck?
And a long time ago, they used to have like these goofy like height laws, height limits.
Yeah.
And it was like no building is to be taller or go over that Thomas Jefferson statue at the top of the building. And then one day, I forgot what it was. I don't know, it was like a skyscraper or something. They built it, and then they started building like a bunch more like buildings. But then they realized like, oh wait, all our teams are starting to lose. What happened?
It's because they went taller than Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, or George Washington, something like that. It was like
Bro,
a famous.
get the shit straight.
Shut up! It's a famous patriot. Okay.
Okay.
Something like that. But yeah, that's basically what happened. But who knows? Maybe they just reverted back to, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's weird. It's just honestly weird. But moving on very quickly, because I know I've talked a lot here. I don't know, Danny, do you have anything else to say about the NFL playoffs really quick?
No,
really quick.
I just got a couple of highlights of a few games here and there. One, disappointed as an LA guy. Disappointed the Rams lost. Womp womp. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I think most teams that were expected to win did win. Niners look really good. Chiefs look good, but I think they have a tough matchup against the Bills. Yeah. On the flip side, do you want to call the next matchups to see who goes through?
No, yeah, I got you, man. So on Saturday, January 20th, we got the Texans going to the Ravens. 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. You can catch the game on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Plus. Give me the Ravens.
Ooh,
Just
I'll say
give
the
the
Texans.
ball.
I'll take the Texans.
All right, bet. I got Lamar Jackson going off. Let's see if CJ Stroud can keep up. And the next matchup on Saturday, January 20th, we got the Packers and the Niners. 5:15 p.m. Pacific, so about 8 o'clock Eastern. And you can catch that game on Fox. As much as I despise these teams, I'm going to go Niners statistically.
Niners as well.
Statistically.
Yep.
And then on Sunday, we got the Buccaneers going to the Lions. 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Catch the game on NBC. Give me the Lions. I think they're for reals. I think they got it. I think they finally. Yeah, I got the Lions. Yeah, the Lions are a good bet. And then also we have the Chiefs going to the Bills. 3:30 p.m. Eastern. 6:30 Eastern. You catch the game on CBS. Give me the Bills.
I
This
got
is gonna
the
be the
Chiefs
first.
on this one.
This is gonna be the first time Patrick Mahomes has to travel for a playoff game. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see.
So that means I have the Ravens and the Bills and the AFC Championship game, and I have the Lions and the Niners in there. Okay.
So that gives me
we'll
Texans and Chiefs and Lions and Niners.
Yeah, we have a good mix. But yeah. But let us know who you guys think is gonna move on to next week. We would like to
leave
know.
it in the comments. If you want to drop all the way down to your Super Bowl winner or Super Bowl matchup, go ahead and do that.
Oh yeah, there you go. But yeah, Danny, are you ready to move on here? Because we've kind of already gone over our limit, just a tad.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, bet. And of course, it is now time for you to take the floor, subbing in number 24, Robert Rios for, I don't know, what number do you like?
26. I'm 26.
Number 26, Danny Tan for NBA news and whatever else comes out of his mouth that revolves around basketball.
Yeah.
Just go. Oh wait, you're our goal.
Go ahead. If you want to talk about the MLK, MLK Day,
I'm just gonna go over the scores. We had a plethora of games for Martin Luther King Day this past Monday. As of this recording, we had the Rockets and the 76ers. 76ers 124 to 115. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Spurs 109-99. The Memphis Grizzlies were victorious 116 to 107 over the Warriors. And the last game of the night, I believe, was Lakers Thunder. Lakers were victors 112 to 105. And Danny, I officially give the floor to you. What do you got for us, man?
Yeah, I mean, just to talk about those games a little bit. The Sixers, handily took down the Spurs. Embiid, returning from his short-term injury. Nothing crazy to see there. The Hawks almost blew a 30-point lead. God damn it. Trae Young popped off. I think he had 27 points in the first half. Good on him. But DeJounte Murray, the other Hawks guard, is embroiled in trade rumors, possibly coming to the LA Lakers. I think we touched on it last week. That DeJounte Trae lineup is it's just not working out. They're, I think, +2 on advanced stats when they're both on the floor at the same time. The Hawks they were mid. Now they're well below 500. I mean, not well below, but they were at 500. They were a 500 team last year. I hope that they would have gotten a little bit better with their lineup and rotation changes, but same old. In fact, worse than last year. DeJounte Murray doesn't seem like he enjoys playing for the Hawks anymore. He's lacking on defense. He's not active with his hands, and his body language doesn't look like he's in the game. Moving on. The Warriors got handed a huge fat L from the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies, an injury-riddled, they're basically playing the hospital team. No John Morant, no Marcus Smart, no Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark out for the season, Steven Adams out for the season. I mean, they barely had any guys on there. They had 2 rookies out on the floor dropping 20 plus on them. It was insane. So
yeah, I was about to say, there's like nobody on this team. How the hell they beat the Warriors?
Yeah, exactly.
But also,
Jared Jackson Jr. is the only starter that's on there.
Curry is like hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors need something. They need to change. They need to trade. Chris Paul worked out early in the season for like 2 seconds, and they were really hurting without Draymond Green. But they need to change. They're also in talks with the Hawks for DeJounte Murray. There are also rumors that they are looking at Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors. We'll see what kind of move the Warriors make. And then lastly, the Lakers break kind of a losing streak and beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the hottest teams in the West, to finally win a goddamn game. Lakers look good. AD look good. LeBron does what LeBron does, you know. But yeah, other than that,
the Lakers broke their 10th losing streak of the season.
Yeah. Other than that, just whip around the league a little bit. Top 5 teams in the East are the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks, Sixers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Miami Heat, taking the place of the Indiana Pacers. So the Orlando Magic, we talked about it early in the season. They were really hot, but have lost a bunch of games since then. Indiana Pacers the same, really hot. But since the in-season tournament, they were on quite a bit of a losing streak. Right now, they recently won a game against the Hawks, blew them out of the goddamn water, but are on a 2-game losing streak. Miami Heat handily winning some games. Sorry, go ahead, Rob.
Let's go Heat. You
fuck. I hate the Heat. Going on to the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves dominating the West right now. I mean, not dominating, but you know, they're a team that I think no one expected to be number 1.
They're leading the West.
They are leading, but watching these games, they just look like such a good, clean team. Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, I think they both found their spot. Gobert has been out for a little bit due to injury. Anthony Edwards just looks better and better every game. They just got so many great players. Mike Conley, Slow-Mo, Kyle Anderson. They're just looking good. Second in the Western Conference are the Oklahoma City Thunder, another young team, but still doing very, very well. Third, the standing NBA champions, Denver Nuggets, tied with Minnesota Timberwolves with 28 wins, but they have 2 more losses just because of scheduling.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That looks weird.
And fourth, the hot, scorching hot LA Clippers.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah. Bro, they went on like nearly like a 10-game win streak or something like that. It was a 6-game win streak. They've just been on a tear.
And then the Lakers beat them.
Yeah, sure. The Lakers beat them. Yeah, they beat the one game and then went on to lose the next two.
Bruh.
Fifth in the Western Conference are the Sacramento Kings, who here and there look really good. I think they're finding their stride. I feel like the Kings are going to make a move for one other player as a fourth option, and to hand them a little bit more of a utility tool, kind of like a Swiss Army knife on defense. Yeah, that's kind of our look around the league at the top 5 teams in the East and West. A couple of things to note. The trade deadline is February 8th, coming up very soon.
That's true.
January 15th just passed us, so players with a trade exception in their extension have now been released, so they're eligible for trade. That's why DeJounte Murray, Pascal Siakam is not in that group, but the trade rumors have been ramping up around these players. Couple of other teams that have been extra disappointing are one, Los Angeles Lakers, who have had one of the, I think, the better offseason trade moves, but ended up being literally in the exact same spot that they were this time last year. I think they make a move if they pick up DeJounte Murray. As a Hawks fan, I hate that. As a Lakers guy, home team, that would be a huge pickup, and the Lakers would be a serious contender with DeJounte Murray on the floor. As long as they don't lose Rui Hachimura or Austin Reeves. Another team extremely disappointing, I think, the Phoenix Suns. They have a huge big three, haven't worked out due to injury. Even when they are together, they've lost a couple of games, but they are currently on a 2-game win streak. In the East, a couple of very disappointing teams. The Chicago Bulls. I think most people thought that.
Hey, they're in 9th.
Yeah, I mean, they are in 9th, but this time last year, I think they were 7th or 6th. But, their 500 record, they continue to be a mid-team. Mid-teams are basically punished for being in the middle. You're not good enough to be a contender, but you're not bad enough to get into the lottery for draft picks. So you're just stuck in the middle. I think Bulls fans wanted the franchise to make some trades so that they can move up or down. Just try something new, and that didn't happen. They ran it back, and it's exactly the same. But the New York Knicks were doing very well initially off of the trade, like we discussed last week. They're doing all right. Not hugely disappointing. A team that's doing surprisingly well, the Utah Jazz, on a 6-game win streak. Lauri Markkanen has been on a goddamn tear. They just look so good. Keontae George as a new rookie, doing very, very well. Jordan Clarkson doing what he do. Someone to stand out, Colin Sexton, after he's come back from an injury, is doing amazing. Chris Dunn, John Collins here and there. They just got a lot of solid players. A guy like yourself, Rob, that doesn't follow the NBA too much, that follows a bit more casually, you might not even know half of these names. But they're just solid players from other teams that have been kind of stitched together to form a decent Utah Jazz team. They're 9th in the West, so they're definitely in the play-in conversation. They might be in the playoff conversation. But how does this affect
LeBron James's legacy?
Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, the second-year guy, Walker Kessler, a outstanding defensive guy. I mean, they just got so much on this team. Kelly Olynyk, Ochai Agbaji. They're just a surprisingly great team. Similar to last season. Last season they were number 1 in the West for like 3 weeks. They were on a huge win streak. They didn't get off to such a hot start this year, but still surprising people. Other than that, not much. Last week we talked about Ja Morant, season-ending injury. Nothing on the injury front for this week. But I think trade rumors are going to ramp up in the next week or so, and
yeah, I was gonna say like in a week or two.
yeah,
You're gonna
I think
some,
the Lakers are
you're gonna
definitely
see some bullshit, low key. I think.
yeah. I think the Lakers are definitely buying. They need to capitalize on LeBron. Who knows if he's gonna be here, um, following the end of next season. So we'll
I think
see
he stays.
how that. I mean, yeah, but Bronny's gonna get drafted. Let's see if he follows him.
Well, who knows if he's gonna come because he's only played a couple of games.
Yeah.
For SC, so who knows if he even qualifies for the draft? I don't know.
He does qualify for the draft.
I mean, it doesn't matter how many games he plays.
I don't think so.
Okay, well we'll see then, because I think this is like Rick and Morty. This is the whole point of it. It doesn't matter if it takes 6 seasons. We will somehow get that Szechuan sauce, which in this case is LeBron wants to play with his son.
Yeah.
But on the for real though, the Lakers do need to make some moves because I think defensively they just struggle. And if you get rid of Hachimura, or if you get rid of Rui Hachimura or Austin Reeves, you're losing your speed right there.
Yeah, you lose your speed. Hachimura is such a defensive utility too.
You're losing your coverage on the floor.
Yeah,
with speed, you got people that could cover everywhere.
Yeah, if I were to make the perfect Hawks Lakers trade, as a guy who likes both franchises, DeJounte Murray, Clint Capella will go over to LA. The Lakers will give up 2 first-round picks. They will give up Christian Wood. They will give up Jackson Hayes. They will give up... I don't want Max Christie. They'll give up Taurean Prince. And... Cucifino. And then the Hawks will also throw in... who the Hawks throw in?
I don't know. You're the one.
Matthews. I think his name's Gary Matthews.
Let me see.
They'll throw him in there too.
Matthews.
Yeah. So that'll be the trade. So the Hawks get Christian Wood, good center. Jackson Hayes, another good center. Taurean Prince, 3-point expert. 2 first-round picks. And the Lakers will get a great backup center in Capella, someone who can be a bit of an offensive threat when it's close to the rim, and is an excellent rebounder. They'll get DeJounte Murray, great ball handler, great on defense. And they'll get who else did I say? Gary Matthews, 3-point guy, 3-and-D guy, not bad. Yeah, but
I'll give you Trent Forrest for LeBron James.
Trent Forrest is another guy. For LeBron James, that's crazy. I'll take that deal as a Hawks guy. Trent Forrest is a different. He's another 3-and-D type of guy.
I would trade you this random guy, Kobe Bryant, for Bly Divac.
Kobe Buffkin.
The fuck?
Come on. Yeah,
anyways.
But yeah, I think that trade would definitely help out the Lakers, and then for the Hawks, it's just a change. I think the Hawks would like to get D'Lo to ship him off somewhere else and get another piece somewhere else.
So a 3-way trade. Yeah, joke's on you. All this is gonna be a 3-way trade, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's separate from my trade, but I feel like that's what they want to do.
I mean, you could just do it that way then, because why would you? I mean, unless you wanted to trick them, like, haha, side D'Lo, you're going Toronto, bro.
I mean, he could be heading to Toronto. I don't think Toronto needs him.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
A good landing spot for D'Lo would probably be something like
he ends up in San Francisco or something.
Brooklyn would be a good landing spot, I think.
I mean, that'd be interesting.
I mean, they got a lot of guards, but I think it's a team that they need to make some moves as well. I mean, Brooklyn is not a great team. They don't have like a crazy star. They can swing D'Lo for something else or focus around him, invest in him.
Wait, didn't they have a guy that like went off for like 2 or 3 games? He was hitting like 30-point. Yeah, what happened to him?
He had back-to-back 40-point games. I mean, he's still on the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't get a lot of time. He's an expert scorer.
Bro,
he's still on the Nets. He's still really good.
But how they not developed or done anything with him? Like, wait, what?
I mean,
That make no sense.
the Nets are the Nets. I don't know. They've got a lot of those like middle players with a lot of potential, and they're just fighting for minutes. But yeah, the Clippers are a team to watch. They're just so hot. I think with Westbrook really taking a backseat, and allowing James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard.
The system.
Yeah, he is a system.
What do you
letting
say?
them
He's
kind
like,
of roll.
I don't play in the system. I am the system.
Yeah, exactly. Which is true. I mean, he does not conform to other people's play styles. He's tried it before. He tried it in Philly. Didn't really work out. He also has changed himself. He's no longer the beat you to the rim every guy, huge drive threat. He just doesn't have that step anymore. So he has adapted, I feel like, as he's developed with the Clippers. He's found to rely on PG, Kawhi, which is great. Westbrook is still doing really good. As soon as he gets off the bench, he's a huge contributor, huge energy guy, leader in the locker room. So they're a team to watch out for. But yeah, Golden State Warriors, Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors. I mean, all these teams are doing way worse. I mean, including the Lakers, way worse than they were expected to, wanted to do, and they have to make some moves if they want to be contenders this year.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You're just gonna stay like that the whole season?
Yep. Yeah. But on happier news, All-Star games coming up. Comes up February. What's the date?
Today is January 16 as of this recording.
Shut up.
And are you excited, Danny, or do you want me to say it? Can I say it?
What?
In 2026, are you talking about this year's All-Star game?
Yeah, I'm talking about this year's All-Star game. Yeah, it's February 18th. Coming up.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go first. I want to
That's
hear
it.
about the
That's all I
All-Star
gotta
game.
say. Indianapolis All-Star game. They put a court in the airport. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
A bunch of memes, bunch of funny things. Get crossed up right before you get on your flight. Ending up all stanky, sitting in the middle seat.
Dude, people are gonna be running late because they're trying to, because they're next
late
on the court.
Yeah, showing up with
Indiana,
a huge cast because someone broke your ankles.
They love basketball over there.
Yeah.
Oof.
But that's it. Yeah, you want to make the news announcement?
Oh no, I got the schedule right here.
Go ahead.
So I guess there's no Thursday. There's no Thursday thing no more, I guess. February 16, Friday, we got the NBA Rising Stars practice. We have the Basketball Hall of Fame news conference also on that Friday. Then at 7 p.m., they're just condensing it all into, okay. Then Friday, we have the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game at Lucas Oil Stadium. Catch it on ESPN. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have the NBA Rising Stars, which you can catch on TNT. Saturday, February 17 at 11 a.m. Eastern, we have the NBA All-Star Practice presented by AT&T on NBA TV. 2 p.m. Eastern, we got the HBCU Classic presented by AT&T. Catch it on NBA TV, TNT, and ESPN2. It is Winston-Salem State versus Virginia Union. Then at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will have Commissioner Adam Silver news conference. I guess a State of the Union type of address. NBA TV and the NBA app. Then at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the State Farm All-Star Saturday Night. Catch it on TNT. We got the Kia Skills Challenge, the Starry 3-point contest, and the AT&T Slam Dunk contest. Sunday, February 18, of course, we will have what everyone is looking for. But before that, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, NBA Legends Awards, NBA TV. 1:30 p.m. Eastern, the G League Up Next game presented by AT&T on NBA TV. And to top it all off at 8:30 p.m. is the 73rd NBA All-Star Game on TNT. So yeah, we are looking forward to that. And as I was trying to allude to earlier, because I was jumping ahead too quickly. My bad. Me and Danny will be going to the 2026 Los Angeles All-Star Game at the LA Clippers' new Intuit arena for the 2024-2025 season.
Ah, shit.
Or it's opening in the 2024-25 season. But yeah.
I'm down to go.
I'm down. I've never been to an All-Star game.
Dude, I definitely want to. I was just talking about it with my coworker. I definitely want to go to the All-Star game when it comes to LA.
No, yeah, it'd be legit.
So
the
sick.
event returns to Southern California for the first time since 2018 when it was played in downtown Los Angeles at the formerly known Staples Center, now currently Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah, back when I was broke, I had no money. Where the
Bruh.
fuck was that supposed to go?
Indianapolis will host next month, as we mentioned, and San Francisco is set to host the 2025 site at Chase Center, the home of the Golden State
I might
Warriors.
go to that one too. That's dope. I'd rather go to San Francisco than Indianapolis. Come on now.
I mean, well, it's gonna come in our neck of the woods, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to go back to back. I'm ready.
All right, bet. And Danny, do you have anything else to add in the NBA section, aka
That's all
your
I got.
section?
I'm excited to see all the trades. We'll see how it changes teams, top to bottom. And I don't think there are going to be any earth-shattering trades this season. We've already saw the biggest trade, Harden going to the LA Clippers, and before that, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis going to Boston Celtics. Some of these big trades already went down, so I'm excited to see what trades happen in season during the deadline. We've never seen an in-season trade result in a championship. We'll see if that changes this year. I'm excited for more basketball. After the All-Star game, teams will likely be ramping it up, so we'll catch up with you guys next week to see what happens in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, of course. And moving on from the hardwood, we were going to our warm-up topic for the week. And as I mentioned in our intro, it's something a little bit chill, nothing too crazy. I was trying to think. I'm like, man, there's nothing really newsy. There's nothing really that we've been up to for a hot minute. But I did go swing at some golf balls the other day, Danny.
Yeah.
So I quoted and named this segment "Golf and Stuff" because I want to go hit some golf balls. So I don't know. I just wanted to tell you my experience, and I don't know. My girlfriend was luckily bestowed a pair of golf clubs, and we went to go hit some golf balls at our local golf range. She loves hitting the ball with the driver. I'm trying to learn how to use all the other irons, specifically the 9, since that's what a lot of people like to use as well. And it's been pretty cool. And I know we've talked in the past that Danny, our local golf enthusiast, he's fairly well into it. But Danny, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Where can I buy a golf bag?
Yeah, we talked about this before. I mean, golf bags it's an essential part of equipment. It holds your goddamn clubs. You can buy them wherever, Golf Galaxy. There's a bunch of places, but most places, the bags will run you at least $100.
Ouch.
Yeah. If you're trying to look for secondhand places, there's thrift stores here and there.
Like
I
a
think I brought it up to
Goodwill
you.
or
yeah, I mean Goodwill, but those
Salvation
golf bags will
Army.
usually be like the cart bags. Like they won't have a stand, they won't have a strap to pick them up from. They'll usually be like really tattered because by the time they get donated, they're like super dusty and they're just not taken care of. There's a place in Pasadena called Play It Again Sports that they kind of filter through like things. Like they'll buy things that they know will be able to be resold and are in like decent condition. They're not like falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
I would try that spot. OfferUp has crazy deals because a lot of people, like myself, soon I'm gonna be selling a bunch of my shoes. Just gotta clear stuff out, put stuff online. Same thing, Facebook Marketplace. Just clear stuff out. But there's a lot of cool golf bags that do a lot of cool shit. Like there are a handful of golf bags that have like super insulating pockets that you can put like a bunch of drinks and stuff in. There are some with like a little solar panel built in that you can charge your phone in. That's really cool. There are some that have like pre-made pockets and stuff for your attachments, like your GPS, Bluetooth speakers, your rangefinder, stuff like that.
Your ball washer
cool stuff. Yeah.
I did not know about that solar panel one. That one sounds kind of wild.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, and there's a lot of styles and stuff. So, rain resistant, leather, old school styles, stand bags, cart bags.
My favorite one is the one where it has the legs.
Yeah, the stand bags.
I like that one because we do have a golf bag, but it's pretty old.
Yeah.
And heavy, so we need a little bit of an upgrade. I don't even know what brand bag this is. I have it in front of me right here. It says the club glove. I have no idea what that is. I've never seen that.
I have no idea what that is. Let's look it up.
It has an eagle on it, and it says God bless America on the bottom with the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Club glove is an old. Oh, you know it's still around.
I'm like,
damn, a bag.
It's pretty old though.
Oh, they mostly specialize in travel bags for golf.
Ah, the one that
all the way up,
bulky. Kinda, yeah. There's like a cover for it. And it's pretty big.
Oh yeah, it's a travel bag, so you can ship your clubs.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's probably what it has.
Take it on planes and stuff.
Yeah, and it's pretty heavy. I'm like, damn, I mean, because I've only ever had carried around your golf bag, and I think your girlfriend has like the smaller one. So I'm like, damn, like this shit's fucking heavy compared to those two. Like, damn.
Yeah.
But also, it doesn't have the legs. And I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, you should get one with like legs on it, because I feel like personally I like the one with legs because you could like kind of look at them down better.
Yeah.
And because I'm on the shorter side, so
you're not that short.
Carrying around this big ass golf bag. It's like 20 tons. Like, damn.
Yeah.
It's just too heavy. But I mean, we'll see what we can find. Because, I mean, there's Big Five, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Big Five, Dick's Sporting Goods, yep. Yeah.
Oh, what else is there?
There's a place called Roger Dunn out in Monrovia.
Oh, okay.
They have a bunch of cool stuff.
If not, I'll just go to Walmart.
I don't know if you find one at Walmart.
I don't know, I'm just saying. Is Sports Chalet still around?
No. It's long gone, man.
Dude, there used to be a sports... I don't want to go off too much off topic, but there used to be a Sports Chalet at one of our local malls. It was huge, but it's a bowling alley now.
Yeah, I remember when it was closing. We went inside, raided a bunch of stuff, got a couple of good deals.
No, I used to get a bunch of like football stuff there. I remember just like messing around with all like the... Not that you were supposed to bounce like the basketballs around, but you know, like the shit that was already open.
Yeah. So
mess around with that stuff and like, you know, just basically run around and see everything. I'm like, damn, should I buy a snowboard? There's like no snow in our area.
Hey, I got a snowboard.
You had a snowboard?
No, I have one now.
Oh, okay. Damn, all right, chill, bro. Damn, you're gonna go be radical in the snow or what?
Yeah, I mean, I have.
Dig this fool. But yeah.
Talking about golf stuff.
Golf.
Yeah.
But I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is golf so damn expensive, bro?
If you could believe it, it is
Why would you get
cheaper
into
than
activity?
ever. To play golf now than it ever was. Golf still is. I'm not gonna say it's cheap. It's like bowling, but you have to buy more things than just a ball. You know.
It's like bowling, but you have to buy a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that's
but
a terrible example.
But bowling is one of those sports where you have to pay every time you go, right? Which is unique to those two sports. Like basketball, you just buy the ball. You can go to whatever, to the court. It's free.
Any park, any recreational center.
Exactly. Bowling, you have to, even if you buy your own ball, you can't go out and just play for free at a bowling lane, right? You have to pay every time you go bowling, right?
Well,
Same thing as golf.
You're basically renting the lane.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're paying for the round when you go play golf. Similarly, when you go to the driving range, you're paying to use the range and hit their balls. You're like renting the space for a little bit.
Like mini golf.
Well, mini golf is, yeah, I guess close. But yeah, the equipment itself is expensive because of the amount of technology that's in it these days. I think the clubs back in the day were expensive for no fucking reason. They were literally slabs of metal that they stamped with like people's names and like letters and whatnot, as brands, and they
Hey
basically
man,
all
those brands
did.
were expensive, bro.
Yeah, yeah, but like, what was the technology? Like, why was it so expensive? It's because they wanted it to be expensive, and that was it, right? Like, they made it inaccessible to a lot of people because they just wanted to make money and they wanted it to be expensive. But there wasn't, like, nowadays there's so much technology that goes into a golf club. Even if it looks like a really basic club, it could be filled with a rubber or a polymer or whatever. They could have made like hundreds or thousands of hours of R&D, put it into the face of the club, made it
Mm-hmm.
varied thickness. Like in the center, it's thicker so that when you hit the center, um, it goes far, feels good. On the outside of the face, it's a little thinner so that even if you miss the center of the golf club, you hit that part, it flexes a little bit and it still shoots a little straighter. They play around with weighting. They put tungsten in it here and there. There's a lot of shit that goes into a golf club nowadays. Um, Whereas if you look at like an old pair of blades, like just a slab of metal attached to a stick, like what was the real technology back then? Like they were playing around with
Nothing.
like angles and stuff. But if you bought a pair of golf clubs, you could do that shit at home. You smack it with a
Yeah.
hammer or like put it in a vise or a clamp, just pull it back and forth. You can do that at home. So yeah, I mean, nowadays, in comparison, it is cheaper to play golf now. You can definitely find full sets of clubs, including your driver, your woods, your hybrid, irons, putter, bag, covers for everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll throw in like golf balls and like here and there towels and whatever.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
like $500, $600. You can get fancy ones for like $1,000. Might sound super expensive, but if you
'Cause
think
it is
about the
expensive.
price of shit, like if you're trying to buy a new driver, it'll
Yeah.
definitely run you, especially from a big brand, at least $400 to $700. That's just from one club. If you're buying a set of irons, it can run you anywhere from, if you're going really cheap, like $300, all the way to like $3,000, $4,000. If you're getting like
Bro.
premium Japanese, like, type of shit, or like super expensive Titleist stuff, and you replace all
Why
the
would you
shafts
do
with like
this to
super
yourself?
expensive stuff. I ain't doing that shit. But
I just mean in
like
general.
there's a lot of things
I know you
throw
can't.
money into. But yeah,
I can't either.
and
So.
especially now where golf is like a lot more popular, you can find a lot of stuff secondhand, certified
It's more
pre-owned from here,
accessible, I
there,
think
bunch of
is the better
websites and
word.
stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
I said it's more accessible. I think that's the better
Yeah,
word.
it's more accessible, and because it's more popular, it's easier to get that secondhand equipment. Not all of it's going to be like 10 years old, 20 years old. You can get it for a decent price. You can get it for like a third of what it was new, and you can look at the club, and a lot of golfers take care of their stuff pretty well. They might have some scratches and stuff here and there, but the club is still going to perform. If you don't mind the cosmetic stuff, you can just pay a huge discount to what it was originally, or even on sale. Now you can buy like 2-3 year old equipment, and it's new to you, so it's gonna do good. And at the end of the day, the beautiful part about golf is all this technology and all the whatever stuff. If you fuck up your swing, you fuck up your swing.
Yeah.
can-
No, you can't blame the equipment.
Like there's a difference between playing like the slab of metal, the blades. Like my clubs are super old. They're like 40-year-old clubs. And I'm getting new clubs, and the difference is like night and day. But if you have a set or whatever, like from last year or whatever, like even like 3 years ago, the difference between 3 years ago and now, not a huge difference. But if you're a beginner like me, who got old clubs or whatever, and you want something that's cheap, you can buy shit that's like 6 years old from today, and it's still gonna be way better than really cheap like blades or like really old equipment that you would have bought like I did, $50 off Craigslist. They'll do the job, but it's really difficult. It's hard to learn. But I think right now with the secondhand stuff, you can find a bunch of stuff, a bunch of deals. There's so many websites and shit, eBay, whatever. There's a bunch of websites like Sideline, Club Champion. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. Golf Avenue, Golf Roots. There's just so many. Yeah, so many goddamn websites. Global Golf. And then your local golf store will for sure have a bunch of used sets. But just as a caution, if you're gonna look for stuff in the shop, look for it online too, because likely online is gonna be cheaper, and you can ask if they price match. They might do it for you on the spot. Be careful of those big. They might look like mom and pop shops like Roger Dunn, Vance Golf Shop here and there, whatever. They're owned by a big conglomerate. That's just there to make money. So if you can get discounts because the employees are cool or whatever, take those discounts and run. It never hurts to ask if you can get something for a little bit less because there's a ding in here and whatever, and you think it's too high price, and you see a similar set online in the similar condition that's much cheaper. They might match it for you. So be savvy out there, guys. Let's play more golf.
No, yeah, thank you, Danny, for that riveting explanation on online shopping.
Yeah, that's what I do, bro. I've been in this shit for like when it was like before Christmas. I was looking at a bunch of clubs and shit. So.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, finally pulled the trigger. Yeah, but that's just me. I obsess over shit and research until I beat the horse's head off its shoulders.
Bruh. But alrighty then. You said like 20 million things, but do you have anything else to add in regards to our golf topic for today?
No, my only other piece of advice, if someone who is starting to pick up golf, buy the cheapest golf balls you can. If you don't like the really cheap stuff, get one that you like that's on the cheaper side. You don't need $40 golf balls. You need like $30 golf
Just
ball,
go
whatever.
To Big Five, bro.
Yeah, go to Big Five. You can like get shit on discount. There's companies that sell like used balls that they'll drag up from like the lakes and shit of like golf courses and clean them up. If they're clean, they'll sell them as clean. If they're extra used, they'll sell them as extra used, and you can buy them for like super cheap. So, especially if you're starting out, you're gonna lose way more golf balls than you sink. So, yeah, buy cheap golf balls, and then eventually you'll get good enough. You'll find your ball, and that'll be it. But at that point, you already know when it is time to switch over.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna move on now to the rundown. Thank you, Danny. Trying to get me into golf, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh man, it's the only time you can drink and drive,
bruh.
Literally,
do not condone drinking and driving here.
I do not condone drinking and driving, but having a drink on the golf course and chilling out in the golf cart is superb.
In the rundown for this week, first off, we are less than 72 days as of this recording from opening day of Major League Baseball, so I can already smell the grass growing. We also got some NWSL news. We had the draft this past weekend. The Utah Royals FC made 6 selections, including number 1 overall pick Ali Sentinor, I believe I said that right, from the University of North Carolina. The expansion side made their next pick at number 4 overall, drafting Birmingham Young University forward Bretskin Mozingo. With the 2nd overall pick, Bay FC selected North Carolina defender Savvy King, their first of 2 first-round picks. The Washington Spirit traded for the number 3 and 5 overall picks on draft day and selected University of Georgia midfielder Croy Bethune, I believe that's how you say it, and Clemson defender midfielder Hal Hirschfeld. The Spirit tied an NWSL draft record with 4 first-round picks in total. And also, for the first time in league history, multiple teenagers were selected in the same draft as Savvy King, 18 years, 11 months, number 9 overall pick Ali Lemons, 19 years, 10 months, and top pick Ali Sentinor, 19 years, 11 months, were all drafted in the first round. Kings, Lemons, and Sentinor are the 3rd, 5th, and 6th youngest draftees in NWSL history, respectively. Also, last week I had mentioned very briefly about a merger that took place, the XFL and the USFL. To give more context about it, the XFL and the USFL rival minor league football leagues are combining to form the United Football League, which will kick off on March 30th, 2024. The new Premier Football League was announced by XFL co-owners Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia on Fox's NFL Sunday coverage. The season opener will be played by the Arlington Renegades and Birmingham Stallions, reigning champions of the XFL and the USFL, respectively. The leagues first announced their intent to merge back in September. Yeah, I remember when that was being announced, it was getting leaked everywhere. No one was really sure what was going on, but yeah, they finally came out and announced the merger. Danny, in 10 words, what do you think about that merger?
I think eventually they're gonna be big enough so that the NFL has to kind of like notice them, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna be like the NBA and ABA,
Or like
and
the G
eventually
League?
merge together. Yeah, or like G League or something like that. I think like they're gonna stay their own thing. It's great
No,
that
this is
they
going to stay
consolidated.
like a second division of sorts. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like a developmental.
yeah. I
I
think
think that'd
it's
be better
great
for the
that
sport.
they merged, but it's also tough that there's gonna be so many players under one roof. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they're gonna organize all of them and set up games and whatnot. So I think they got a big workload on their hands, but I'm glad that they consolidate because it gives a lot of legitimacy to the organization.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it all works out.
Yeah.
Moving on now. In the NHL, just very quickly, the 2024 NHL All-Star Skills to feature 8 events with a $1 million prize. 12 All-Stars each will compete in multiple events in the 2024 NHL All-Star Skills event. They will compete in 4 of the first 6 events. The NHL Fastest Skater, the Hardest Shot, stick handling, and one-timers, passing challenge, and also accuracy shooting. First place will be worth 5 points, second place 4 points, and so on. The top 8 will advance to the 7th event, which is the NHL Shootout. The top 6 will advance to the final event, which is the NHL Obstacle Course. The event will include all the skills, and it will be worth double the points. First place will be worth 10 points, second place 8 points, and so on. So, looking forward to a great NHL All-Star Skills event. And some regular news, Nick Saban, longtime Alabama head coach for the Alabama Crimson Tide football team, retired out of the blue. Caught everyone off guard. Then immediately after, Alabama named Kalen DeBoer as their next head coach. DeBoer succeeds the retiring Nick Saban, who announced his retirement after a 17-year tenure at Alabama, where he won 6 national championships and 11 SEC conference titles. DeBoer has been the head coach at Washington for the past 2 seasons, where he led the Huskies to the national championship game this past season, following 2 seasons at the helm of the Fresno State Bulldogs. In 4 years as a Division I head coach, DeBoer amassed a 37-9 record. Also in the news, they had the FIFA Player of the Year awards, which I would just name 2 of the more important awards, which was the men's player and the women's player. For the ladies, we had Atana Bonmati, I believe that's how you pronounce it, from Barcelona, the Spanish lady. Congrats to her. And in the men's, a little bit more controversial, Lionel Messi wins the Men's Player of the Year award. People are starting to think that they just start handing these out, considering he has now won it back-to-back years, I believe. So, yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last year he wins it. He's 37. I don't think he's going to be able to win these such awards. So, if you're complaining about it, just stop. This is probably the last time he's ever gonna win it. So
just shut
just
up.
give up already. Yeah, just shut up, fool. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
And lastly, on my list of rundown news topics, the U.S. men's national team. As a reminder, Team USA will be playing Slovenia on January 20th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Watch the game on TNT, Telemundo, HBO Max, Universal, or Peacock. But one more thing, actually. Before we leave, we would like to all say happy early birthday to one Danny Tan. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, sir. I wasn't even gonna bring it up.
His birthday is this weekend as well. So everyone, if you can, hit up Danny on Instagram. Tell him happy birthday. Or hit up our social media. We'll let him know. We'll help spread the love for him.
Thank you guys.
But yeah, Danny, do you have anything else to say besides your celebratory birthday?
No, my girlfriend booked me a round of golf. I'm gonna play a quick 9-hole with some friends and then celebrate with everybody. Other than that, yeah, thank you guys for listening to Rambling Runoff. If you're listening on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're listening on Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music, Apple Music, or Google Podcasts, whatever the hell you're listening on, give us a follow, rate, review, leave a comment down below. Let us know your Super Bowl predictions, maybe your NBA MVP. We didn't really talk about that, but drop that in the comment. We'll talk about it next week. If you want to see more from us, you can find us on Twitter at Rambling Runoff and on Instagram, Rambling Runoff. Sometimes we post on TikTok. So look us up, find us. Thank you guys for listening. Robert, you want to sign us out?
No, yeah. Like how you said, find us on Twitter at Rambling Runoff, Instagram at Rambling Runoff, on TikTok sometimes at Rambling Runoff. And I guess I'll close it here. I've been your host, Robert Rios, for the birthday boy, Danny Tan. See you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Woo!
Sick.